I got to tell you, I expected Rodgers to be high, of course. I was pleasantly surprised at him being this high, ahead of Justin Herbert, who I understandably is a darling of many who cover the NFL, of people around the league, because of his athletic ability. Above Jalen Hurts, above Lamar Jackson, above Trevor Lawrence, comes in at number 4, only behind Mahomes, who's the best football player alive, I would say. Burrow, the only guy who's regularly able to beat Mahomes, and of course Josh Allen in the Jets division. Were you surprised that Rodgers came in still as a tier 1 and still top 5 overall, coming off what some would consider, what statistically was one of his worst seasons, I would say?
No, I thought he was going to be even higher. And the reason I say that is because if you go back to the end of the Mike McCarthy era in Green Bay, when it just didn't look right, their offense was kind of stagnant, and there was starting to be some speculation, a lot of it in media, that, hey, Rodgers isn't the same, Rodgers has declined. The voters in quarterback tiers just totally stood by him. He was still like unanimous or near unanimous top tier. In fact, before this year, 98% of the votes he got were tier 1, like 401 of 408 votes that he had gotten were tier 1. So they had totally stood by him, and I thought, like, it wouldn't have surprised me this year if he got 40 tier 1 votes and 10 tier 2. Instead, it was a 30-20 split. So it reminds me a little bit of Tom Brady, when he left from New England to go to Tampa. There was kind of a little bit of fatigue in the relationship between player and team. It just didn't look good. There was reason to kind of question in some people's minds, hey, okay, this guy's 40 whatever years old, and in Rodgers' case, he's going to be 40. This is the natural decline. I think he's lost something. And so, there's 20 people that out of the 50 that said that, and that's even more than I would have expected, just knowing the audience, knowing how these guys have had so much respect for Rodgers. So, I guess in that sense, he has a little bit to prove.
Yeah, I like